What's up guys, in this video I'm gonna give you my top 5 crypto launchpads to step into in 2022. Why? Because being early with crypto is key and there is no way to be more early than invest in pre-sales, private sales, startups, IGOs, IDOs, INOs, whatever. So therefore good launchpads can make you good money, and since it's a bear market it's finally affordable and we will taste the taste of success in the next bull market. So with that being said, welcome to the FOMO factory. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's get this to 1,000 subscribers and let's get right into it. So I will give you the pros and the cons of every one of these launchpads so you can make up your mind if you're looking for a good launchpad. You know what the pros and the cons are. So I will work in a chronological order from 5 to 1. And number 5 to start with is Polkastarter. And Polkastarter is a launchpad that goes on for quite a while now, since 2020, I think. Now there are a couple of pros and cons to this launchpad. This is the only launchpad of the complete list that I'm personally not invested in anymore. So that being said, maybe I will allocate later. Now let's start with the pros. This is Polkastarter, and the first thing I would like to say, the design is very good. It has a good overview, and that's very important because you want to have a good overview. You do not want to get lost in such a project, right? You want to know what you're up to. So if you feel like, oh, I want to invest in this because I want to make some money with a good launchpad, then cool, you have to know where you gotta be. It has a perfect good overview. They even have all-time highs since the IDO. So for example, State and Arena, a lot of percentage. This went crazy, right? So yeah, Polkastarter overview, perfect. Pro number 2 for Polkastarter is definitely the ROI. They have an average ROI of 35x, an all-time ROI. So from the moment you bought into the pre-sale up till the highest point. That's not what you're gonna get actually, because you're never buying the, or in this case you're buying the dip, or the dip, you're buying the low, but you will never sell the exact top, of course. Now the current ROI is less than what you invest, but you know, that's a bear market. This is not the best time to allocate in new projects necessarily, but it is the best time to allocate into the native token of the launchpad, of course, because these things are now way cheaper than what it was in the bull market, like way cheaper. In the bull market, this is not affordable, man. Pro number 3 is that they also do NFT sales. So for the people that are not only interested in tokens, but also on NFTs, you can buy NFTs in a launchpad for the mint price. And that's actually a really good thing if you are interested in NFTs. So definitely, consider the fact that they do that as well. And the last pro for Polkastarter is definitely the tokenomics. If you look at the tokenomics for Polkastarter, can't get any better. Basically the total supply is 100 million and the current circulating supply is around almost the same, right? So no more new tokens being vested. So I have Polkastarter on my portfolio, not for a launchpad, but purely because of the tokenomics. These are almost vested and there's nothing to hold the price down anymore. The cons. There is a major con for me. That's the reason why I don't have this as a launchpad in my wallet. And that's because you have to get whitelisted. It used to be called whitelisted, now they call it allow listed, but you have to get whitelisted. So if you want to participate here, you not only have to buy into Polkastarter, you also have to, for every single project, answer a lot of questions about the project itself. And therefore I feel like, but why do you want me to know a lot of stuff about the project? I have my I should have my allocation because I bought into the platform, right? And not everybody is a long-term investor. Some people just want to put their money in, and once there is a release, they want to take the money out. It's a good way to make money. So therefore I feel like it's unnecessary to do that, and it's holding me back. It's holding a lot of people back as well, I think. Con number 2, definitely a major one for me as well, is that it is lottery based, and I don't like lottery based stuff. You have to get, there are certain tiers, like you have to have 200 Pulse tokens to get 1 ticket and 1,000 tokens to get 1.1 tickets and all that and all that and all that. But even if you have the highest tier, there is still a chance that you can't participate. And And that's what I don't really like about this, because if you see a really good project, you just want to participate and not have a chance, right? So that's holding me back a lot. Con number 3, the low allocation. Here they have an allocation of $500. Usually this is around $250, and I feel like I want to, you know, decide myself how much money I want to invest in Polkastarter, and therefore also how much allocation I get. Everybody gets the same allocation, so I get that, you know, it might be a pro for some people, like the people with less money have a higher chance of getting the same, and that could be a pro. But I feel like, nah, you know, if you, for example, really believe in Polkastarter and have a lot of money to spend with, and you just get an allocation for around $250 and the token does 100x, while you could invest $1,000 with another Launchpad, then it's kind of a bummer, right? Con number 4 is that so far, and they just been working on it, but the platform is now 2 years old, and if a project doesn't succeed, doesn't work out, goes below its IGO price, whatever, usually projects or Launchpads do a refund. And that Polkastarter doesn't have that. So it's a big gamble. If project doesn't work out, you lose your money. If I want to do that, I just go to Binance and buy a coin right there, right? So they have to protect their community more. Number 4 on the list is Enjinstarter. Let's start with the pros about Enjinstarter. And one of the pros for me is that it's pretty cheap to get in. You can get the highest tier for around $1,700. You have to have around 500,000 Enjinstarter tokens to get the highest tier. And I know what people think, like, yeah, but $1,700 is a lot of money, right? Yes, but then you have the highest tier, right? You can also get a tier lower, of course. If you take a look at the tiers for Enjinstarter, you can also have a tier of 25,000 tokens. And if you have 25,000 tokens for Enjinstarter, 25,000, that's $80, $90, something like that. So it's pretty cheap to get in. Another pro, tokenomics as well. This one a little less than Polkastarter, of course, but if you look at the circulating supply versus the total supply, it's not that bad. A lot of projects have a lot of vestings coming, and this is more than half is already vested. So it's not that crazy right here. So when it comes to the tokenomics, which reflects your long-term success when it comes to holding the token itself, it's not bad. Pro number 3, refund. Enjinstarter requires any given project to stay above its IDO price until 40% of the total vesting is complete. If the price falls 20% below the IDO price and stays at that level for a week, Enjinstarter reserves the right to do a total or partial refund. And that's what I really like. Every project has its own you know, conditions for a refund. Some people say, some projects say, oh, it has to be this low or this long below, whatever. It's pretty cool. Makes me feel a lot more safe. So that makes me want to invest more money into Enjinstarter, into a project that Enjinstarter releases than, for example, Polkastarter, right? Because, you know, if shit really goes bad, you just get your money back. The last pro is also NFT sales. They got a very nice page for NFT sales here, and NFTs are the shit, right? This is going to be a big success, and you want to invest in the mint price and not go right on OpenSea. So if you want to invest in the start of a good NFT project, then this is the place to be. There are some cons as well, of course. The first con is that it doesn't have a good overview. I don't think that Enjinstarter, it's a little messy. You see the upcoming projects, but it's a long page and you have to scroll a lot to see the completed projects. And a very negative thing, in my opinion, well, negative sounds so negative, but you know, a con, in my opinion, is that you don't have a good overview of the projects that you participated in. So for now, and they're working on it, but for now, you still have to check project by project to see, have I participated there? And if you are new to these projects, you know, right? But if you are already a longer investor, then you really have to check, oh, have I invested in Bounty Hunter? Oh, I can claim it. Oh, maybe I should have to take a look at Drives, for example. Have I participated there? This should have a nice overview of that, so to make it easy for people. Another con is the ROI. That's basically what we are all doing it for, right? And the ROI is pretty low. The all-time high average ROI is just a 7x, and the current current average ROI is 0.2x, so that's even minus 76%. So Enjinstarter should be more picky, more skeptical about the projects that they pick. And again, this bear market stuff, but this is actually pretty low. And an all-time high average ROI of just 7x. Yeah, you know, it's not bad. I mean, it depends on what you're investing in, right? I mean, the Killbox, for example, had a 53x, but, you know, the TGE ROI right now is 0.03. So that's the thing. They catch a lot of hype in the beginning. You don't actually get this out of it, right? The all-time high, because it comes investing, so you cannot sell the top. But this is what you got left with. So no, the ROI of Enjinstarter is not that good. Then again, it is not such an old launchpad, so give them time to build. And the last con is the staking. You have to lock your tokens to participate in these launches, of course. But they got a lot of different staking pools. Also, that comes with overview, by the way. It's really like unclear. You have that staking pool, and there you can, you know, stake that much tokens. But if you stake that much in that staking pool, then you get that. So overview is all over the place, but also that you have the highest allocation if you go with the longest staking pool, right? But that's 999 days. Who the hell wants to lock their tokens for 3 years to not keep your tokens liquid? That's a complete cycle, right? If Enjinstarter runs together with the bull run and it does a 50x because it's a low cap launchpad, so that's what it could do. But then you won't be able to sell your tokens or anything, right? Because you have it staked for 3 years. So yeah, no, I don't think this is that smart, and a lot of people are gonna regret that. Number 3 on the list, which should actually be number 4, because I think this, you know, Enjinstarter is slightly better than this one, by the way, but whatever. That's Paragen. Paragen is a very new launchpad, so it's a high risk, high reward launchpad, and it comes with pros, it comes with cons. The pro is the price. It has a fully diluted market cap of $5 million. It's extremely low. The circulating supply, it's a bit unclear, and that brings me to a con later on in the video, but I will discuss about that. But the price is very low. It's a low cap market, low market cap launchpad. So this is a launchpad that could fail or could 100x. Both chances are, you know, pretty likely. I don't see a lot in between, really. Because if you look at the tier system, the lowest tier to, you know, you have a pool weight of 1, so that's not a lot, right? But the lowest tier you can participate with are 200 Argent tokens. That's $5. Like, what the fuck? Everybody has $5 to spare if you're in crypto, right? So if you want a pretty decent allocation, you have to have at least 5,000 of these tokens, in my opinion, at least. But if you have 5,000 tokens, it will cost you $127. It's not a lot. And if you have that, then you already have the bull tier, right? So if you really want to have a tier with a great allocation, then you should definitely go with Dragon, in my opinion. You have a pool weight of 140. That's crazy. Then you have a big allocation, right? So you have to have 40,000 of these tokens. Well, if you have 40,000 of these tokens, it will cost you around $1,000. That brings me to the second second pro, and that's the allocation. The allocation is enormous. I don't know, it's different per project and all that, but if you invest $1,000 to get that tier, for example, you will get way more allocation for one single idea already. So the allocation ratio between the amount that you are invested is crazy. So for example, I don't know, don't stick me to it, no terms here, but you know, if you have this tier, you probably can participate with $4,000 per IGO, which is a really good thing. Which brings me to another good thing. If you if you invest a lot of money, you want certainties. Also, refund with this one. I was a bit skeptic in the beginning as it was new, but I, experienced a couple of refunds with this project, and they do that. They just do that. So that's what I really like. So Paragen, yeah, they have when you have a low budget, but you want to allocate something into a Launchpad, then Paragen is a good option for you. However, there are also enormous cons in my opinion, and really like, yeah, they're slightly enormous than before because, you know, the project's still going on and improving themselves, so I like it, but there are some pretty, you know, things that I do feel like, nah, this is not good. The first thing is the design. The design looks good. It definitely looks good, but if you look at it, they kind of copied this from Seedify, even the logo. So it's not original. That got me a little worried. It's like they're trying to be something instead of just doing it. And that, I feel like they have to, you know, take the time to manage to be their own. Con number 2 is bots. Definitely that's bots, because like I said about the tokenomics and the circulating supply, well, if you search for that on the Telegram, because it's not updated on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, you'll find all these bots. It's abnormal. And 140,000 members, these are not real members. They also have a lot of fake members on their Twitter. So that I feel like, why? It's kind of fake until you make it, but it feels like something is, it feels wrong. It feels very wrong for such a project. Third con is communication. They are really bad at communication. I'm not gonna lie about that. They really have to do a better job when it comes to that, because they don't know how to communicate. I'm in the way, by the way, but this is one example. God damn it. Here we go. Initial market cap for this project is $321,000, while it's actually $640,000, and that's double, right? So, and this is something that I see a lot with Paragen. They sometimes announced an IDO before the actual project announced it to their community, so they don't communicate about that. They have a Telegram chat, but they also have a Telegram channel, and with the channel, I always, with these kind of launchpads, I always turn on notifications of these channels so I know when a launch is coming up. But they don't really use that channel. Everything they really have to announce, they just put it in the chat and you just, you know, maybe scroll and then see it. So it's like, no, and the questions asked and they don't really, you know, I sometimes said like, man, you guys really should upgrade your game when it comes to this and this and that. And they see it as an attack instead of feedback. So I feel like they ain't going to grow if they're not open to such things. So I feel like the team behind it is kind of unprofessional. And it brings me to the fourth con, and that's the team is also doxed. So, or not doxed, sorry. So there's an anonymous team. There's no information about the team. And I feel like, man, you're supposed to be a big project. And it's not a meme coin. It's not a, you know, some kind of a not safe for work thing. It's not you stepping on some toes or whatever. Why should you not dox? I don't see any good reason. And that's holding a lot of people back. That's holding me back from stepping up my tier. So I feel like with Paragen, they got a lot of stuff to do. And the last one, is that a con? I don't know, is they haven't released a lot of projects yet, right? So there is not a lot of experience because, you know, like I said, it's a new launchpad. So it's high risk, high reward. It also brings you high reward, of course, right? So, but they got some projects done. They did their own, they did up only. And here at vesting, you'll see a couple, but also that should be at completed as well because that's already done. But they done like 7 projects so far. So experience-wise, yeah, it's a risk. By the way, guys, I put a lot of time and effort in researching and making this video, so please give it a like to support it a little bit. The channel doesn't have a lot of views and subscribers yet, so help me out a little bit. Would really appreciate that. Number 2 on the list, so my second favorite launchpad is Spintopper. Spintopper is a product of Spintop, and this is brand new, so also kind of high risk, high reward, but they doing it well. They really pulling it off. First Pro, it's a tierless launchpad, right? So with all these previous launchpads, you have to have a certain amount of tokens to get a tier, and if you want to get the next tier, you have to get way more tokens. With Spintop, it's not the case. You just need to have at least 1,000 spin tokens, and every single token you will have more will just, you know, raise your allocation. So if you have 1,001, you will get a little more. If you have 1,002, you get a little more, and 1,000 tokens don't cost you a lot. That's the second Pro here. It's super cheap because that's $19 at the moment. So you will be able to participate for, you know, around $20 with Spintop, which is for now a very good launchpad. So yeah, second, it's super cheap. The third pro, it's more than a launchpad. It didn't start as a launchpad. This game was the IGO of this project was done by Seedify, was very successful, and they are really working and pushing it, man. They have what Spintop basically is. They have their Gamepedia. So this is a Wikipedia for crypto gaming. So if you want to know anything about a crypto game, you can find it here. The contract address, the gameplay, the reviews, the everything you want. So that's really useful. This is just what we need in crypto. Apart from that, they have Spin Decks. Here you can stake your Spintop tokens and you can get their partner project tokens in return. So they released Trivia, for example. Well, if you stake your Spintop tokens right here, you will get Trivia tokens in return, or Creo, or PXP, or just Spintop, whatever you want. So it's more than just a launchpad. So yeah, that's really a pro if you ask me. Then the fourth pro right here is the staking opportunities, because with all these launchpads, you have to stake your tokens, you get more tokens, maybe, and you can participate. With this one, you know, if there is no launch coming up, for example, in the bear market, there are just less launches than in the bull market. In the bull market is launch after launch after launch, 50x after 50x after 50x, crazy. For now, like I said, you can stake right here for 60%, for example. And once a launch is coming up, you can stake your Spintop tokens in the Spintopter vault. And here, you put your tokens in, you get a 30% APY, so you get more Spintop tokens, and that amount determines how much allocation you will get. So from the moment of recording, they are going to, you know, release this project right here, which I pretty much like. It looks good. The gameplay is good. For example, has nothing to do with Spintop itself necessarily, but this is something that I definitely are going to invest in. And it's just a good thing because the initial market cap of this project is super low. I probably get a high allocation as well right here because the allocations are pretty high. So yeah, pros, pros, pros. And the last pro for Spintop is the design. It has a good, clear overview. You have the game overview, you have the vesting schedule. That's the Spintopter section. You have the Spin Decks where you can stake your tokens. You have the Gamepedia, you have the front page. It all has a great overview and it works very well. Then some cons. One is they didn't do a lot of IGOs yet because they also are very new. So they did Trivians, they did Creo Engine, and they did Bounty Hunter. That's it. So experience, I don't know, so far so good, but they didn't do a lot yet. So high risk, high reward here. Con number two is the community is not super active. It's totally not inactive, by the way, because you see that there is a lot of talking going on right here, but it's not super tight. And that's just because it didn't start as a launchpad community, right? It started with the Gamepedia, like I said, and all that kind of stuff. And it's not all about the launchpad. So it's not really a launchpad community yet, and I feel like that's a Spintop's, you know, strongest point. So if they focus slightly more on that, then they will get a tighter and a closer community. And yeah, community is just very important in crypto. And con number three, the last one, is the tokenomics. I felt like the tokenomics, it's not that bad anymore because they now have around 250 million tokens in circulation out of the 1 billion. So it's 25% that's vested. So still a lot of tokens holding the price back, but not as much as it used to be. Price came down a lot, and that's mainly because, you know, of that in combination with the bear market, of course. But I feel like the tokenomics could be a little better, but if you look into dollar cost into something like this, I will definitely start right now, in my opinion. So, but that's something just to keep in mind. Then the last one is, of course, Seedify. Why is Seedify number one for me? Well, a lot of reasons. Pro number one, they have a great ROI. The average all-time ROI at this moment is a 31x. So that's not bad. You know, if that's what you make on average at the all-time high, then hell yeah. So at the current ROI is minus 32%. yeah, like I said, bear market, find a launchpad that doesn't have this. There are not a lot right now. So when it comes to this, ROI, very nice, very nice, very nice. Pro number 2, most innovative launchpad. And this should be divided in many, many, many pros. But I just put it in one, but they are so innovative. They keep on building. They're working on their own game studio kind of thing. It's still kind of a mystery. So that's very exciting for me. They have seed staking points coming up. So they have incubated projects. And that means that if you stake your Seedify tokens, you get seed staking points as well. And for these seed staking points, you get tokens of these projects passively without investing in any kind of launch or whatever. You just get it passively. So that's what no launchpad has for now. They are working on an NFT launchpad. So you get SNFT tokens. So that's something else. They are, yeah, and that's kind of pro number 3. They are super transparent. They make videos all the time. You see a lot of people from the Seedify team talk to a lot of influencers. They will, they are really transparent about everything. They try to communicate everything with the community, like, yo, this is what we want to do. What do you guys think, right? So that's what I really like. They listen to the community, super transparent. Pro number 4, is it by now? ROI, innovative, transparent team. Yeah, okay, cool. Number 4 right now, it's easy to use. It's super easy. You do not have to do any task or this or that. You just, if you have your wallet connected right here, and you must be KYC, but that's with every single launchpad, by the way, so that's always the case. But if you have it connected right here, you just go to the launchpad, you click participate, and bam, that's it. You participate and you get your tokens. Pro number 5, the Seedify token itself is listed on a lot of exchanges, and that says something about that they can get listed on more exchanges in the future because they know how it works. For now, they are listed on KuCoin, Gate, Huobi, Bybit, and PancakeSwap, and I feel like a lot more is coming. But these are, you know, all top 10 exchanges already, so that's they do a great job when it comes to that. Pro number 6, they have the fucking tightest community ever, man. Everybody is believing in Seedify, talking a lot in here. It's early in the morning and it's still this day, and now you know. So when I feel like, damn, man, Seedify has such a great community behind it that believes in it. The Seedify already proven itself. It is the biggest, most successful gaming crypto metaverse launchpad out there, and that for no reason. People really believe in the project, and the community is basically most important. Pro number 7, they protect the community. It's safe. You have your refunds. Seedify requires project to stay above the IGO price until 2 weeks of the vesting is complete. Seedify will require at max 3 weeks between the IGO and the listing, so you do not have to wait very long for your tokens. I don't know why I'm going from the bottom to the top right here. Seedify will require from projects full amounts of tokens before their launch. They require a lot. So they have less IGOs lately, but the IGOs that they have are top-notch quality, and if it still doesn't work out, then the community gets all their money back, no questions asked. 2 cons. 1, it's kind of expensive, because if you want, you can get the lowest tier, then you have 250 Seedify tokens. That's a lottery-based tier. That's not really what you want. You can do that, but you know, it's not for me. So if you want to have the best allocation, or the lowest, shit, let me do that over. If you want to have the, you know, the lowest tier with guaranteed allocation, then you have to have 1,000 tokens, which will cost you at the moment $2,500. It was around $1,000 because Seedify went all the way down to 90 cents and went back up in the bull market to $3. That's, by the way, also kind of a pro that they show in the relief rally. This thing is going to fly, let alone what's going to happen in the bull market. The second and last con, by the way, is the allocation. Like I just showed you, you have to invest like $2,500 to get the second tier, but with the second tier you can invest, you know, it's different per project, but around $12. And then you have a first come first serve round, which is 3x or even 5x your initial. So it could be $50, and if it does a 5x, then you have $250. If it does 10x, you have $500. So you will get it back pretty fast, of course. But still, the allocation compared to what you have to invest to get that allocation is pretty low. But that's just because it's already a high-ranked launchpad with a lot of safety, a lot of guarantees, a lot of innovation. That took long enough. Please like the video, push it into YouTube's algorithm, help me out a little bit. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. The FOMO Factory just new. Let's get this to 1,000 subscribers. Appreciate your time very much. I hope you found this informational, useful, whatever the right word is. Leave a comment with what your thoughts are and what's your favorite launchpad. I'm very curious. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.